Hi, Vestal kids and families. I hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to talk about the Using Your Words tool. Here's what the Using Your Word tool looks like on our lanyard, and it says, I use the right words in the right way at the right time for the right reason. And if you look closely, you can see that the word right every time is in quotation marks. The reason that it's in quotation marks is for a couple different reasons. One is it's not really saying that there's always one right way to say things or one right answer. But I wanted to read this quote that's from the person who came up with Toolbox to begin with. He says, "We put the word right in quotes because it is subjective. However, research shows that children as young as 3 years old already know the difference between right and wrong. Talk with your kids about their experience knowing the difference between right and wrong, even when it is difficult to admit it." And I have found as a principal that is really true when kids or adults say things that are hurtful or might make other people feel sad, that usually the person that's saying those words knows that the words that they chose to use are what we would call harmful or might do harm. The other thing that I have learned as a principal is sometimes kids will say things and they really don't know what they mean. They might be repeating what someone else said or something that they've heard, and even their tone kind of communicates that it's something that's not very kind or nice. I always talk about how I think elementary school is a great time to learn what words mean and what impact that they have, and that the most important thing is that you learn about words so that you never use words in a way that you're not sure of, and you're never saying something really hurtful that you really truly didn't mean to say. So a part of school, and actually a part of life, I think, is learning what kind of words do hurt and do harm. And one of the things that we suggest at Vestal is making a list, either in a classroom or in this case at home, about what some helpful words are, or words that people like to hear and that help you understand. The other thing, I know I've already talked about this, but I'm going to come back to it again, is the I feel because I wish. This tool helps kids and adults use words to explain how they're feeling, and of course, as the listener, gives you a chance to listen to those words and really take them to heart and decide what it is they mean. So one other thing I just want to leave you with about using your words is that I know as an adult that communicating can be really, really challenging. Saying what you really mean and saying it in a way that comes across the way you want it to other people, it can be really hard, and sometimes it doesn't work quite right. So we also have to be willing to make sure to ask the other person what they heard, and to apologize when we say things that might hurt people that we don't mean to. Communicating really well really means that you are in touch with yourself, you take time to breathe, you take time to visit your quiet place if you need to, and then you have the courage. I know we haven't talked about the courage tool, but we will, and that you have the courage inside to say what's really true for you. So over the next few days, I would love if in your family you can start a list of things that are helpful to say to people. And one thing, I know it's really, really easy, but it also goes really, really far no matter how old or young you are words like please and thank you and I appreciate you. And also some other ideas that can be helpful for using words are offerings, like, is there any way I can help? Or I noticed that you're doing the dishes. Can I help put some of them away? So appreciations and offers, please and thank you, and then using the words I feel because I wish when you need to communicate something that might be a little more challenging. All right, I hope you pay a lot of attention to words the next few days and always. Bye, guys.